Well, good afternoon, my kings and queens. This is your life coach, Gina Cherie, and welcome back to the Daily Dose. So, happy Thursday, everyone. I hope you guys are having an amazing day this far. Hope you guys woke up this morning with a smile and a great outlook on your life and life in general. And I hope that you guys are able to brighten somebody else's day around you, be a light to someone else that probably needs it. Give a compliment, give a hug, or do a nice gesture. It doesn't necessarily have to cost you money, but just complimenting someone, you have no idea how that can turn around somebody's day. You guys know what we do on the Daily Dose. It's word of encouragement, and life has been lifing for most of us, and I want to encourage you guys upon today to let you guys know that no matter what, that you got this, and that there's a blessing in your storm. And that's what was playing this morning, like there's a blessing in the storm, because sometimes we are in our storms and we don't see the blessing. We can't see the blessing because all we are concerned about is the storm that we are in and how we're going to get out of the storm. And I'm here to tell you that there's a blessing in the storm, and the troubles don't last always. And there's also a lesson and things that God allows us to go through. I don't necessarily feel like God's testing us, but He allows us to go through some things, and maybe we need to learn something from the situation, something that's going to make us stronger, or make us not do the things that we're going through, make better decisions with things. So whatever the case may be, I just want you to know that you got this. I want you to know that you're strong enough and you're capable, and you have the strength inside you to get through this storm and to get through any storm or any challenge that is going to come your way. God doesn't say we're going to have a perfect life. It doesn't say that we're not going to have trials and tribulations. It's not going to say that we're not going to have moments where we have a breakdown. We have to cry some things out. I know that all too well. I just had to cry some things out a couple of days ago. I just felt very overwhelmed, and I felt like everything was being thrown at me, and there was no shelter. There was no recovery. It's like that last boulder was thrown at me, and I just broke. I had a moment where I just broke down, and I cried like a little baby, and I sat in my car, and I really needed to breathe it through, pray it through, but I needed to just release, and I was holding on to so much. And you know, when you're a parent, and for our parents out there, you know that when things are not going correctly or going as planned, and we have our children to think about, and we want to make sure that we can provide for our children in the correct way, and when things fall apart in a sense, that's a burden. And my number one priority is my child, and I feel like when I go without, my child has to go without, and I don't like it. It doesn't feel good not to be able to provide the things that I'm used to providing for her, and for myself. But I also have to remember that some things are just material things, right? And I have to see my blessing in the storm and know that I still provide a home. She still has food in her mouth. She still has clothes on her back. She still has all the necessary things that she needs. Other things are just a bonus. And some of them things are materialistic things that we can probably do without anyhow. But I have to remember that there's a lesson in this. Whether my lesson right now is to be humble. And I know a lot of people are not willing to say that out loud, but there's sometimes that God needs to humble us, to help us grow and to help us along. And yeah, so I'm trying to see my blessing in this storm. And I'm trying to, well, let me stop saying trying. I will see my blessing in this storm, and I will make sure that I learn whatever God needs me to learn from this. And I also have to remember that I keep asking God to open doors and to give me more, but I feel like I'm being taught that if He can't trust me with the small things and see the blessing in the small things, just because it's not wrapped the way I thought it should be wrapped, or it wasn't presented in a way that I thought it should be. How can He trust me with the big things? How can He give me the desires of my heart if I haven't shown Him that the small things matter as well? And to be thankful for the small things that He has given me already. So God is like a father. So I honestly feel like when we mess up, God disciplines us. I also feel that He allows us to go through certain things and certain struggles so that we can learn. And learning also helps us grow. I think that's very important too. So whatever this lesson is, whatever I'm supposed to learn from this, I will accept it, and I will be grateful, and I will look at my cup half full and not half empty, because I was also reminded that sometimes when we go through things, somebody's on the outside looking in like, I wish I had that problem. That's the only thing that you're whining about, or you're crying about, or you're worried about. I wish I had that problem. So I stand before you and I tell you that being humble, being in a situation where you have to be humble, it's not easy. It's hard. But I'm thankful that I'm allowing myself to, I guess, be broken in a sense, so that God can use me to His glory and to use me for His good. And I accept it. And whew, you know how hard it is to be vulnerable and transparent, but I know that if I allow myself to do this and to share with you guys, that it might be a blessing to someone else that been going through the same thing that I have gone through or already went through. And so my mic is like my diary in a sense, and I feel like the only way to really help somebody else and to pour into somebody else is to be honest with things that I go through in my life. I don't want to be on the mic and make you guys think that my life is all the way together and I don't go through anything, and I'm just here to encourage you, because a lot of times when I am giving words of encouragement, it's to encourage myself as well, and it's personal things that I've gone through and I've learned from. And I tell you guys all the time, we are here to learn together. I'm not here just to teach you. I want you guys to teach me, and I want us all to grow together so that we can all become the best versions of ourselves and the man and woman that God would want us to be. And the only way for us to do that is to be honest with our downfalls and our shortcomings, and to work through it and to grow from it and to learn from it. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm okay to do that if that is to help someone else. And if I can help you and then you can help someone else and make this a domino effect, like I always say, that is the whole entire purpose of this. So as we continue on with our day, like I said, if this is not for you, pass it along and make it a domino effect. But I want to encourage you guys to, when you're going through something, just breathe. Take a moment, take a step back, and just breathe. And to know that you are strong enough to handle any and every challenge that you are facing. You are wise enough to find a solution to your problem. And don't try to find it on your own, though. Actually, go to God, seek God, and ask for His wisdom, ask for His understanding, ask for His patience, and go to God first. Find a problem that you're capable enough to do whatever needs to be done, So, and to handle your challenges, wise enough to find a solution to your problems, and capable enough to do whatever needs to be done. I also want you to know that the struggle you're in today is developing you, developing the strength you need for tomorrow. And I also want you to know that whenever you find yourself doubting if you can go on, just remember how far you've come. Remember everything you have faced and all the battles and all the trials you have won and all the fears you have overcome. Then raise your head and go forward, and knowing that you got this. I also want you guys to. There's a book that is out. You Got This. Face Your Fear, Find Your Confidence by Caroline Foran. Foran. And I want you guys to get the book if you haven't gotten it already, and start reading it. And this little book, and you guys always know I be finding books in like the weirdest places. So this is coming from Five and Below. I know, you guys, I need to stay out that store, but I be finding some really good things in there. So go purchase the book, look it up, and it's called You Got This: Face Your Fears, Find Your Confidence, by Caroline Foran. And I think that's gonna have some very good reading for you. I think it's going to be very encouraging for you to have some daily reminders in there for you guys to have and to know. And I also want you guys to know that it gets easier. And sometimes it feels like we're stuck in a never-ending cycle of challenges and obstacles. And in those moments, it's hard to believe that tough times are only temporary. Think back to some of the hardest challenges you have faced. Remember how impossible they seemed in the heat of the moment. Yet here you are, still standing. You've learned, you adapted, and you've become a stronger version of yourself. Sure, it might not feel like it is in the thick of it all. It might feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders. And you might feel like there is no light at the end of the tunnel. But trust me when I say, there is a light. There's always a way forward, even if it's hard to see through the darkness. And there is a blessing at the end of the storm. We just got to get through it. And we got to hold on, and we got to believe that God knows what's best for us. So that's all, you guys. I didn't want to keep you guys long. I just want to give you guys some encouragement, and so you guys can have an amazing, amazing day. And if it's not for you, pass it along to someone else and make this a domino effect. And yeah, bless somebody else. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and listening to little old me. And I hope that my words are clear, and I hope that you received the message, and I hope that it will bless you, and in return that you can bless someone else. We're still in this learning season, you guys. We're still, I feel like every day is a learning day, something we can learn and help us grow to a better versions of ourselves. And remember, you got this. We got this. And our struggles don't last always. And we have better days to come, and the storm will cease, and you will be able to see your blessing in that storm. Until next time, you guys, we will check in on Saturday, because you know we do the live on Saturday. So have an amazing rest of your Thursday and your Friday leading into your weekend. Meet me right back here on Saturday at 4 p.m. Until then, love somebody, hug somebody, and encourage somebody. This is your life coach, Gina Cherie, and thank you for tuning in to the Daily Dose. And remember, we got this.